Hey y'all, my name is Brianna Cooley and you're watching The Story Behind. This is a new segment that I got going on that basically gives you a little glimpse of what my poems are about and where they came from. So sit back, relax, and welcome to The Story Behind. Alright, so let's kick things off with our first story behind A Heart's Cry. First, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who viewed, liked, shared, and even commented on the video. All your support, all your love, it meant a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. So let's just refresh our memory of A Heart's Cry with this short little clip. Check it out. But as the tears stream and as the clock strikes morning time, the cycle repeats, night after night into day, till all that's left is an empty heart and a tired soul. Lord, I need you. So what exactly is the story behind A Heart's Cry? So the start of this poem was actually written in my last semester of my sophomore year, which just ended. Those were some of the most emotional times that I ever had, ever experienced. I had countless sleepless nights. Those nights were just filled with tears, questions, many emotions. There was a period where I just felt alone, even surrounded by many people, and at times I just felt like I was worthless, and I just had no resolution, and so I couldn't even finish the poem. So I just basically wrote the beginning, wrote how I was feeling, and I just tucked it away in the notes in my phone. And that was about 3 months ago, I would say. No one ever warned me about these nights. You know, the type of nights where the thoughts just stir and the tears just fall? No one ever warned me about these nights where the inbox is empty and the silence of your ringer is suicidal. No one ever warned me. Pain, hurt, sorrow, anger, worthlessness, all played on this playlist repeatedly. Still, no one ever warned me. So I finished the poem about 2 days before I released it to you guys. By then it just became natural to give the advice that I needed back then. And I actually I never realized till now that I'm not even in that place anymore. It was just a thing that kind of passed, that kind of went on with time, and I guess that's because it went with maturity and went with actually taking those steps, like the steps that I said in my poem about basically putting the focus back on God and getting into your word. And I realized that when I dug into my word and when I prayed and when I just basically focused on Him, that's when things started getting better, and I started understanding, some things that were going on or that caused me to be emotional. And I just feel like as a believer, it sometimes we put that away. We put our faith away for a second so we can dwell in us, dwell in our flesh, but at the end of the day, that delays and that just only hurts more. So I learned that just to give everything to God and go to what you know, go to the natural thing. I would say now I'm definitely free. I'm free from a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of emotional things. I'm filled with joy. I feel like I am worth something now, and I know that I'm not alone. And I can finally say that I do have rest. do have rest. You know, things may not be perfect. May not be where I want them to be, you know, in the physical sense. But spiritually, I am on a spiritual high. I'm great. And that spiritual high, it does something on the outside. So it makes everything so much better than what it would look like if I did not have God. And I just want to just leave you with this. God, he's truly amazing. He's so good. And I just hope that our hearts cry. I hope that the poem really touched you. I hope that those who listen to it, I hope that you can relate. I hope that it gave you solutions in your time right now. And I just hope that you are blessed by it. I hope that you take something from it. And I hope that just me sharing my story, me sharing behind the story of A Heart's Cry, I hope this touched you as well. And I hope that it just gave you a greater sense of who God is and what he can do, because he can do all things. God, he will never fail. And I am just a living witness of that. So to all my believers out there, keep the faith and remember, in everything, God is the solution. So thanks for watching the first, but certainly not the last, the story behind. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel to keep up with all the latest videos, and stay tuned for more.